All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media, and my name is Judson Powell. All right, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit all the buttons, but most of all, hit the love button. All right, we're gonna talk about Kanye again because this is like, I don't know, things are going like really tripped out with this whole thing. And it's like, because at this point there is stuff that he's saying um, that is absolutely correct, and then there's some stuff that he's saying that's absolutely incorrect, but it's his truth. So I'm not gonna really down him on that, because it really, it is his truth. um, it seems that he's angry or he's upset with all of the things that have been going on with his marriage, with his kids, all of that. And then, but the thing that I think that he went too far on this time is the George Floyd thing. And I think George Floyd's family definitely has a lawsuit against him. Um, he tried to say that George Floyd um, was on drugs, and that he died from fentanyl. That's what, that's his story. So now I don't know how he would know that, um, or be able to say something like that, um, basically without, you know without having some evidence to back it up. And so I hope that he has something to back up what he's saying, because that's definitely a slanderous remark. All right, against a dead man. And you know how I feel about that. It's not really cool to talk about the dead and all that kind of stuff. It kind of like, just gets in my craw, because it's like, the man is dead. If you were going to say something about him or whatever, why didn't you say something when he was alive? If you didn't say anything when he was alive, um, then why are you now in his death? And that's the same thing that's the same thing that these other folks were doing. They were trying to demonize him and vilify him as like, he's the one that died, y'all. He died. Y'all didn't die. So no matter what you're trying to, there is no, I don't think there is no explanation for any of these things that people are saying about the man. The man is dead. So stop talking about him. All of a sudden now he's dead. So, you're going to make up all this stuff. Or even if it's true, it's like, why are you saying it? Um, and the same thing goes with anybody else. It's like, well, he got justice. That's all that matters, and move on. And the police officer, uh, he's already been tried and convicted. So there's nothing else really to say about that, and leave dead folks alone. I mean, that's kind of the way I feel. And I'm not saying that anybody else should feel any different or anything like that. But the bottom line is, the man is dead, and that's it. Now I understand all of the people um, that hate Black Lives Matter, because they're either white nationalists, or they're racist, or um, what have you. So I get that. I get them talking bad about the man, because it seems like every time somebody black um, dies, it just seems like the first thing that they try to do is they try to bring up this person's past, like they're the most evil person that ever existed, and acting like, I guess, like they deserve to die, or that they deserve whatever they had coming to them, because of all the the things that people start finding out about them in their past or whatever. And there's probably not that many people um, that don't have a past. Everybody's got a past. Everybody's got this, that, and the other thing. Now, the next thing is the whole anti-Semitism thing. And so y'all kind of know how I feel about it. You know, I had a troll. Look, I had this guy on there that was a troll because I knew he was a troll because of the fact that, okay, so now you say something about Jewish people and all of a sudden there's somebody up there that's putting comments in your DMs and stuff like that, which is unfair. It really is. It's super unfair, especially, and the reason why you always know they're trolls because they never have pictures. You don't know who the person is. They're just saying this, that, and the other thing, and they're trying to accuse you of being an anti-Semite, and I'm not. You know, I don't have any. The only thing that I have against that whole movement is the fact that everybody should have the same thing. See, everybody's, with all this cancel culture and all of that kind of stuff, everybody's First Amendment rights are being eroded and taken away. Because like you can't go on a social media site and say whatever you want. You know, they're very selective about their content, right? But, you know, so I got, you know, it's okay to put naked women on there twerking, but if I say something about COVID or anything like that, then all of a sudden, or if I say anything about Jewish people, or if I say anything about whatever their protected groups are, then, you know, I'm all of a sudden I'm in cancel culture. And that's the problem. That is a huge problem right now because it's taken away everybody's First Amendment rights. And I don't think that, and this is my own personal opinion, but I don't think that these social media sites should have that kind of power because they know everybody uses these sites, right? And if they're going to be open to the public, then they should have to do the things necessary in order to protect the public. All right, so they should be protecting people's freedom of speech because is going to draw more people to their platforms. But we all know that that's not their whole deal. Their reason behind having these platforms is so that they now have power and control over what you say and what you do. And half of the stuff, this is my problem, half of the stuff on social media is untrue. Half of the stuff, is not researched. There's nothing on there, but they don't say anything, right? And especially when it concerns people of other races. So when it concerns people of other races, they never say, they're not going to say anything. They allow all that. But if you're supposedly got all these fact checkers and all this stuff, well, if they're checking the facts, then they need to go and they need to check it all the way and make sure that the stuff that people are saying is absolutely true. Because, okay, so a person gets, 80,000, they get 80,000 hits on a post, right? So that's just the people that saw the post, but it's not talking about what people are going to say about the post after they saw it. Because you're going to talk, you're going to say things to other people, you're going to do things with other people, all of that kind of stuff. That's how it's going to go down. And we know that. So it's not really fair to tell people, well, you can't say what you want to say. And especially when they ban people that are telling things that are true, which is what, when it comes down to most, and I'm not saying all, and this once again is my opinion, but most of the time, the people that they ban, they're what? They're black. Because I've seen white commenters say all kinds of stuff, and even to the point where they have said, call people names and call people and groups and things out of their name and all that kind of stuff. But they're not they're not penalized. But anybody that says anything about anything that deals with black folks, then all of a sudden you're being scrutinized, um, to the nth degree. It's like, oh no, you can't say that, you can't say this, you can't say that. And most of the times I've been kicked off of several of these things, and they still go through my my videos and stuff. I've had videos taken down like literally like years, a year after they were up. Because I didn't just start doing this. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. So that's what I'm just like trying to say, well, so what's the criteria? What is the criteria? And even they don't know. But I guess if it does something to hurt somebody's feelings or whatever, then I guess is primed to take something down. But y'all allow, and the same thing is true inside of the media. They allow people to say the N word. They allow people, even with the stuff that people were doing with women and everything else. They don't say anything, and especially when it's ethnic women or it's ethnic people, and so that's why. And I shouldn't say, but I should say, black, brown, yellow, red people. That's and they don't say anything, but allow anybody that's in the that's a Caucasian or that's considered or quote unquote a Jew, then all of a sudden you're like under this, this scrutiny that's unfair because everybody makes mistakes. And so what you're saying is certain people can make mistakes, but they can't be called out on it, And I mean, they went on there that the lady, and there's another thing, Kanye got a point. I mean, the lady, what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis went on there and said that she hopes that, that they take his children. That's, it does, look, and that's another thing, because I always used to tell my kids this. The one thing about parents and children and everything, see, you don't get a chance to pick your parents. You don't get a chance, whoever you're dealt, whatever the hand that you're dealt, that's the hand that you're dealt. You don't get a chance to go back and say, oh no, I don't like these parents. I want to get some cool hipper parents or whatever. Or my daddy says all this kind of crazy stuff. But guess what? At the end of the day, kids love their parents no matter what they do. Right? You got people that are criminally active criminals and all kinds of stuff. But you can't tell nobody, oh, you can't love your father or you can't love your mother because I got a problem with you, which is a real big problem in the system. That somehow people believe that women make the better parents, which is completely untrue. A lot of times they make the worst parents. And half of the things that people are going through, they're going through why? Because of all of the different, laws and everything. And when men go in front of these, it's like that's a big thing. If somebody told me they, oh yeah, well they should take his children. That that's out of line too. Whether he's out of line or not, to say something like that, but nobody is checking her, because she played the Jew card, and because she played the Jewish card, nobody's trying to check her. But she should be checked on that. That's something you should not say say about anybody. It just is. And so some things I get. And the other thing that they didn't like, and then I'm gonna be done. The other thing that they didn't like was the fact that he said he was the richest black man in the history of the United States ever. I guarantee you they don't like that. Fastest 15 minutes is up. Think about it.